Hell Yeah was a game that, for years, was defined in my mind by its critical reception. I recall it looking creative and thoughtful, but I also recall numerous news outlets citing various problems with it, from its controls to its pacing to its design on a conceptual level. Some folks accusing the game of abject triviality. Even the most appreciative review labels the controls unresponsive. In terribly uncharacteristic fashion, I let this negativity sway me. I owned Hell Yeah for years, but just never bothered. Except this October, befitting the season's spooky theme, I finally gave it a spin, pun intended, and I was reminded yet again why professional criticism is a joke, and everyone should form their own opinions about art. So, Hell Yeah, Wrath of the Dead Rabbit is in essence a 2D action platformer collectathon about slaughtering 101 monsters across 10 worlds. The majority of gameplay is a blend of platformer and a dual-stick shooter. You jump with A, move with the left stick, you aim your gun with the right stick, you shoot with the right trigger. It is a bit unusual, and the physics are unique, but the controls are fluid and the game is smart about never asking for anything too precise or demanding, while still exploring all the mechanics it introduces to a satisfactory degree. How does it explore those mechanics? The 101 collectible monsters, of course. Each one presents a unique challenge, a puzzle, basically, for you to overcome. While not particularly difficult as individual segments, the sum manages to explore just about every facet of Hell Yeah's design to some degree, from block pushing to drilling to insta-death saw blades. Are the explorations particularly thorough? Not really, but they're not meant to be. They're brisk, entertaining, and provide purpose for the game's ample personality. It's really not so different from more routine collectathons as seen in 3D platformers, where you're separated from your collectible doodad by a platforming gauntlet or a gimmicky environmental bauble. True, in Hell Yeah it's the collectibles themselves that are putting up a fight, but the process is largely the same. Explore the level, overcome the obstacle by engaging with the game mechanics, obtain the collectible, unlock the gate, explore more. The reward for collecting in Hell Yeah is pretty substantial too, I would say. You not only get a bit of lore about each monster you collect, telling you why they're in hell and who they are, but you can assign them to various tasks in a meta minigame called The Island, which nets you some various small upgrades to use while exploring and platforming. The exploring and platforming itself, by the way, is rather relaxed. You'll always know where to go next, there aren't any particularly tricky jumps, and there are a plethora of anti-frustration features at your disposal. Would I have liked it to get a bit rougher? Maybe, but I also appreciate the game knew not to push people too hard with its unique platforming physics and control scheme. The actual experience of exploring is still valuable because the level design is phenomenal. Both the minor details and grand scope of levels have been paid immaculate attention. The casino zone, as an example. Even before you reach the central hub with its clearly Sonic-inspired cannons and bumpers that allow for quick stage traversal, there are hallways littered with hazards that encourage light strategic exploration of the platforming mechanics. It's memorable, thoughtful, and engaging. I genuinely tried to see the complaints reviewers were talking about, but they just aren't there. Overall, there just isn't much negative to say about Hell Yeah. If you know me, then you know I try to judge games based on how well they've achieved their goals. I think Hell Yeah's done just about as good a job as it could hope to, and it's also put a neat creative spin on collectathon gameplay without tipping over into a full Metroidvania in the process. It's a pretty chill time.